Welcome back to another episode of Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Adam.
So we're going to be doing Dettling 1867 bottled in bond. Alabama bourbon.
Roll Tide. No, just kidding.
Yeah, no.
Roll Tide.
No.
I mean, you never
Go
know who
Vols.
lost this just for saying that.
But go Vols. I'm in now.
For Allie,
I'm
come
in.
on.
Go Vols.
For the views.
All right. So
Gotta cater to your audience, Kevin.
this is bottled in bond bourbon. It is Alabama, as Adam stated. Oddly, 6 grain.
Yes.
But all the other things for bottled and bond, 100 proof and at least 4 years.
And to be called bourbon.
Wait, hold on. And yeah, at least what,
Same.
51% corn, right?
It's one of the reasons I bought this right here, which you're about to explain.
Right. So we've got they are a little bit of a whiskey nerd's dream of so they distilled it in the first half, just says January to July of 2018, and they bottled it in the first half. So I'm going to say they probably distilled it someplace closer to January because they bottled it in 2/7 of 22. So that means they had to distill it before 2/7 of 18.
Yeah.
So 4-year-old.
Transparent.
Yeah.
Proud of their product.
Exactly.
Their distillate and their product that they're putting.
Bottled and
into
bond
our
tends to
face.
do that, right?
Where'd you score this?
At Mr. Whiskers in Nashville, Tennessee. If you haven't
Downtown
heard of this.
Nashville, right?
Wax is not great.
Oh yeah, you struggled with this one, right?
You guys know about me and wax, so it was like a piece of
that too
floss in the
Yeah,
wax,
just
and you had to
another
cut it
splash.
out.
Dear God.
Well, we drink quicker than you do.
That's because I'm sampling and tasting, not
Pour it
taking
out, it's all good.
shots. Did
I
you
gotta
just
give
say
it. I gotta
put a
give it
whole
up to.
bottle?
Well, you don't
There
have
you
to
go.
pour 7 ounces. In each one. I gotta give it up to my wife on this one. So while at Mr. Whiskers, I was over in the counter trying to finagle my price down on a 15-year purple top Willet. She's over going, "Hey, look at this! Look what I found." I said, "I don't know. I've never heard of it, but I scored big on a St. Louis distillery. I was like, I'm gonna go to Alabama and see what we got." And
Why not? Why not?
The only distillery I know in Alabama is Clyde Mays.
Right, which is
And they
apples,
source
apples for
everything,
days,
too,
right?
I think they don't. Yeah, they don't
Well,
make their own
they
stuff.
were-
They're making their own.
Years
stuff.
Right,
ago,
this is theirs.
when we talked to the guy, they were in the process of
Transitioning.
transitioning it.
The grains. So here's the fun part. 6 grains. Don't see that very often. So we've got an heirloom corn. And the story behind the corn, it is the corn from southern Alabama that they prefer to make cornbread out of.
Okay.
So you would think like a sweeter, like
Yeah.
cornmeal type note.
And after I told Nancy about that, she went, "I made a great choice." Yes, cornbread.
Then rye, and then oats, and then chocolate malted rye, and chocolate malted barley, and regular malted barley.
all popular except for the oats. I don't think
Oats
I've ever
is-
had oats.
I
This is the
can't
first
think
time
of
I've
one
had
that
oats,
had
so-
oats in it.
No.
I can't think. I can't think of one off the top of my head that had oats as one of the
How about that color?
Grains.
though?
Wait a minute.
How about that color?
It's dark.
No.
caramely.
Gosh, the other one's, I'm thinking of quinoa.
No,
Corsair,
we've had,
the Corsair.
Corsair had the quinoa,
Wow.
and Koval had that quinoa.
Ugh. That whole entire lineup was terrible.
That was rough. That was a
Food
rough
was
one.
great.
That is a
There's some
darker
nice-
color.
and there's some good legs. There's some good
Yep.
body to that.
Yeah, there's oils. There's
You get raisins.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and
it's a good.
is it oaky or is it baking
It's like when
spice?
you open the box, or take the top off of that thing of sun-made raisins. Like
It's funny you said that. I'm thinking the same thing. Is that spice or is that?
I can't
wood?
tell if it's oak or if it's wood. Or wow, okay,
Same
oak
thing.
or if it's baking
Oak
spice.
or if it's spice.
Yeah,
It's got to be oak because it doesn't linger. I mean, the spice doesn't.
yeah,
I don't know.
that's true.
We'll see on the
Yeah,
on the taste.
see what the
though.
palate says.
raisins.
Chocolate
Chocolate.
raisins.
Chocolate raisins.
Chocolate raisins with. I'm gonna go back to baking spice. I don't think it's oaky. I'm not getting like a oak dry or a tanniny or any kind of like even like a slightly bitter wood note. It's more of a
Oh, that chocolate just permeates the whole
Yes, it does.
time.
very chocolatey, very.
This is like
The
a
raisin-
like a Balcones. That's that fruity.
Okay,
It just
I get
stays
where you're
the
going.
whole
I get-
time. Instead of the apricot, I get like that chocolate like a raisinette.
Yeah.
Throughout, it just doesn't go away.
No.
At all. Yeah.
A little bit of a darker chocolate than raisinette. Raisinette's a little milky. This is a little less.
End, it goes from drying to I'm drooling a little bit. So I want to go back in. Yeah.
Totally agree. There's a little bit of a salivation going on.
And the idea he wanted to, I guess, emulate a stout, which is
an oatmeal stout.
Very cool. An oatmeal
stout. He wanted to emulate an oatmeal stout. That kind of a flavor profile. Kinda.
Yeah.
It's not it's obviously not the same.
Hopefully,
but kinda.
with those when he done the barrels, he partnered with a brewery and did a oatmeal stout.
Yeah. And that used barrel, that would be really good.
There's a handful of breweries down that way.
Yeah.
Don't give them any ideas, man, without money. I mean,
it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Trademarked.
Oh, man.
Patented.
But if that's what your goal was, I would absolutely do
flip it around. Yeah, absolutely.
The nose is so much more fruity. In my opinion, like I get the raisins and like it's like this.
Yeah, the bacon spice mellowed a little bit on the nose.
Yeah, it's a protein.
Still chocolate, but a lot of fruits.
The initial, I got a big wave of corn.
Really?
The very first one. Now, since I've tasted it, like that went away. But now it's
just like corn syrup type thing.
Yeah. Well, that heirloom corn has a distinct nose. I think it has a young. It makes it feel like it's a younger. Spirit.
Yeah.
It's a little greener.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a greener note to it. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm kind of interested what the water's going to do with this.
The
chocolate fruit note is really solid. I like it. Right now, I'm not upset at all.
No, you know what? It's not the Balcones rye.
The chocolate.
Rye has a chocolate.
I know exactly. I knew where you're going. Yeah, the regular Balcones rye has a really, really strong chocolate, like powdered chocolate note.
I gotta give it up to Nancy though. Like I said earlier, as I was talking to him, she went, "What is this?" And she pulls out out of a pile. That's something about Whiskers though. I think they do a hidden thing where they
hide
just
the gems.
hide gems, or as they clear a shelf out to make room for something else. Oh, let's put this guy down here. I love that. That's a fun little game.
Yeah, a little treasure hunt. Not only are you on a whiskey hunt to start with, but then you get a little treasure hunt in the store.
I love going to the store and they have the sign up saying we've hit our allocation.
It's crazy.
Get a little more baking note on that, right?
On the nose?
Yeah.
I get more baking, but I would, if you were to say, hey, this is finished, then I would totally go with what you said. I get a finished note on the nose. Big time.
Okay.
You could convince me that this is finished in red wine.
Yeah, something that would add a grapey note to it, or a raisiny.
I still get raisins, but now it's like, it almost smells like it's more like watered down. Muted.
Like I said, I got more baking spice.
So much sweeter.
I get like a really sweet. There's a sweet, like caramelly or something.
It goes to the mouth as well. The palate. Oh. There's that chocolate raisin, just hanging out. That raisinette.
Yeah, that's real sweet up front.
I like it better without water.
That's almost too sweet. Yeah, is that what you're going for?
Yeah,
it's a little syrupy.
Nuts.
You know, like when you have a soda and like it's more syrup than it is like soda water.
Me, it's like you just took a bigger handful of candy than you should have.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man.
If I
had taken half of that.
That was all M&Ms instead of M&Ms and peanuts.
Or just get all M&Ms and raisins.
I got really sweet.
Overall, I mean, I like it.
And I'd be a
For
little
a
nervous.
6 grain? Have you ever heard of a 6 grain?
No.
Yeah.
No. 4 grains, yes. I don't think I've ever heard of 6 grain.
No.
That's a lot of effort.
It's their juice too.
Yeah, it is theirs. It's theirs.
No compromises, no shortcuts, and no sourcing.
No, it is all theirs.
This is a new chapter in a family brand that started in 1867. Wow.
Now,
after I read that, I said
the MSRP is a little heavy for a 4-year-old bourbon.
Yes.
It is. The MSRP is 125, and
if
his memory is correct, a little less.
It was a little less.
It was a little less. At 125,
New.
A bit.
Probably a little overpriced.
There's no way you're gonna go out and do this unless you
You
see.
still understand what we've talked about this before.
Right.
It's like when something
Coming out of the gate,
when
that's
something
fine.
you're coming out of the gate with like your first release.
This is not their first release.
Well,
Apparently, they've released a lot of other ones that have not
Fared so well.
fared so well. That's a nice way to say that. Thank you.
Yeah.
They have not fared
there's
so well.
other
This
ones,
one
and
was
I'm
the
not
first
gonna-
time
I'm not
where
gonna-
they were like, "Whoa, this is pretty solid."
Yeah.
So,
There's been a handful that we've done on the show. I'm not going to rehash the names of
Yep.
those.
Yep.
But out of the gate, it's $80.
80, 90, $100
And it's like, wait a minute, this is like your first one.
release.
It's
Yeah.
probably down like, let's cap it at 50. Try to get some interest here, and then tease people with the next release at like another
At a higher price.
$15, $20
Right.
more.
Yes. It's different, and that to me, you both know I love a different whiskey or whiskey that evolves or whiskey
Right.
that's just different.
Opens
This is a
up,
bourbon.
changes, 6 grains. Everything about it's different.
Bottle and Bond makes me feel safe.
Right.
Brings me back.
You
to
know there's
a
at least
lot of
4
work
years
going
on it. You
involved,
know there's at least 100 proof on it, or there is both of those.
But 125.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
Would
Yeah.
you use that as a floater on the root beer float?
Man,
That'd be really good as a floater. It's a very expensive floater, but that'd be a
it's an
really good
expensive
floater.
floater, but
That'd be a good floater.
maybe for just the three of us.
Just a cocktail. I mean, this could make a really, really solid cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
But at that price, that is not exactly cocktail pricing.
I'm thinking like the Manhattan, but more like use some black walnut bitters
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, black walnut would play
And
real
then
nice.
cherry and a little, maybe a splash of the juice.
Very solid. Great flavor profiles.
Six grain.
Yeah, the 6 grains is nice. Like everything about it is really nice. Price is not.
No.
But everything about
That's-
this.
This was
Juice.
really hard. This pissed me off.
Oh,
was
right.
gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah. He
Either
struggled
way.
with
Either
the
way. Either
knife
way.
and pliers and like everything,
Dental
right?
floss and then I had to pull a switchblade out, a little torch. Yeah.
So
anyway,
apparently their wax skill, their wax skills are lacking. But
try harder.
All right, well, I'm gonna thank your wife
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks Nancy.
for
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
pulling this one off from the shelf, and I'm
Great
sure
find.
it was she had to do a lot of convincing for you to buy it.
About this much.
Yeah.
Add it to the pile, baby.
No, interesting. I don't think we've ever had a 6 grain.
Don't think we
No.
have. No.
So interesting profile. Again, price is probably a little too.
A little heavy for
Little
the
heavy.
Expensive to explore, but
right. It's a little heavy for the juice that's in there.
But no, I mean to have something out of this second one out of Alabama. We've done a couple of Clyde Mays. I've had the opportunity to have drinks with the rep from Clyde Mays a couple of times. Like I like their stuff. You know, it's sourced. Hopefully, it's trending that they're going to actually have their own stuff.
Yep.
Be interesting to see what else comes out of Alabama.
yeah, good distilleries doing their own stuff. That's
Well,
not
even
happening.
but the climate down there, it's so hot,
Humid.
It's closer to this.
so humid.
It's not quite Texas, but it is.
Yeah.
Like
And they get cold winters down there. Hope you enjoyed our review of the Dettling 1867 Bottle and Bond. Decent bottle. Maybe
Yeah.
a little too expensive for the price point. But if you got a friend that bought a bottle,
enjoy it.
make sure you
Taste
taste
it.
it. Or if you're out and about, like you said, if you're out and about, it's a perfect time to splurge on a pour
Yeah.
rather than splurging on
go
a
for
whole
it.
bottle and you don't like it.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting
It's-
enough to do a pour. Absolutely.
Very
For sure.
interesting. And I hope to God they take my advice and partner with the brewery
Yeah. Flip those barrels
and
around.
make a
Absolutely.
oatmeal stout
Yep.
with that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be good. I love the oatmeal stuff.
So, well, as always, we'd encourage your support of the channel and encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
We're down there. Subscribe. Keep trying to grow the channel. Our goal is still to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And
Come on.
yeah, we're slowly inching our way there. We'll see what happens, but we love your support.
Yeah, leave a comment of what is your southern whiskey? Or, I mean, come on,
That's a
anything.
good question.
Or any distilleries that are doing their own juice, not just sourcing. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love
Drop,
to hear from you.
drop us a note. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
See you on next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.